But yeah, it's like Earth was using up all its oil, so I just used the mandala to get back to a time before the oil started to run out.
Yes.
Then I brought it back to the present. You might call it a time pipeline.
Or a time paradox. Like, we've all seen Butterfly Effect.
Yeah, man.
This is what Ashton Kutcher was warning us about.
Exactly.
Beware and warning and welcome everybody.
It's a podcast.
Was there more to that song?
No, that's the new theme song.
It's a podcast.
Yeah.
I like it.
Get your podcast on, girl.
Hey, girl. Are you a podcast?
Hey, girl. My friend and I saw you across the bar, and we would like to know if you would like to listen to our podcast. Oh, God.
This is a podcast all about the Choose Your Own Adventure books. And just
I wouldn't say it's all about the Choose Your Own
It's
Adventure
about
books.
nothing else.
Well, we talk about them for I would say maybe 60% of the podcast. The rest of the time, I'm just making stuff up. I'm making up songs. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about other shows I've seen. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I've read the book for maybe 10 minutes before we're talking about it.
That's true. I was listening to a previous episode, and half of the book or half of the podcast was just us just riffing.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes goes by and in a 40-minute podcast, and it's okay, well, I guess we should start talking about the book now. It's oh, no.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's all about the Choose Your Own Adventure books. I would say it's primarily about them.
I suppose.
It's based on them.
Inspired by.
It's a podcast inspired by the Choose Your Own Adventure books.
Oh, well, sorry.
It's Choose Your Own Adventure book flavored.
Natural flavors, that can mean anything.
Yeah.
Well, my name's Peter. I'm a librarian.
My name's Abby. I'm also a librarian.
And so today, we're talking about number
29.
29.
29, feeling fine.
At number 29, Trouble on Planet Earth. I think just...
Spoiler alert, there's a lot of trouble.
Oh, boy, there's troubles.
I mean, we all know that already.
Right.
We live here.
Oh. Inspired by true events. I
wish this was inspired by true events. This planet would be so much cooler if this had actually happened.
I suppose, but then we never talk about your siblings, but...
Oh, my sibling is great.
Okay. But your sibling...
Ned, but I guess I would rather have my brother Nick than have Ned in this book be my sibling. We'll get to it.
Right. I've never met Nick.
Nick's great, yeah.
Okay.
I love you, Nicky.
Does he listen?
No.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, take that. Wait, does Angie listen?
No.
Jerk.
I mean,
what is with our siblings? We have terrible siblings. You guys.
Okay, here's the thing about any kind of art that you ever make, whether it's a podcast, whether it's music, whether it's just experimental film or just drawings. Don't ever expect anyone you know to care. Because they won't. It's just going to be strangers that care, and that's okay.
We love you, strangers.
But yes, but your family won't care. Your siblings won't care. Your friends that you've known for forever, they will not care about what you make. It's just random people. And you know what? That's great. That's totally fine.
I've forced my friends to care about this. That's
yeah,
all
you
I talk
forced
to them about.
they won't actively do it.
No, I have a bunch of friends who really like it.
Okay, well, that's good. You have better friends than I do, is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
Yeah, take that, Peter's other friends. I'm the best friend. I listen to this all the time.
Because you're on it.
I would listen to it anyway. I'm proud of you.
I suppose.
That's what we're trying to say, listeners, is that you are actually our best friends.
Exactly. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, God. We're sad. No.
But yeah,
how life is, man.
But yeah, I know no one that
you
listens.
try to get your friends to come to your fine art gallery. It's for art watercolors and nobody comes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you keep making stuff anyway.
Exactly. You make it for you, and you make it for
Right.
the random strangers.
And you love it. That's why you keep making it. You're
Right.
not making it to like
Make money, which we make tons of.
sponsor me. Oreo. Oreo, are you listening? I love Oreos. Sponsor me.
We know you're listening, Oreo.
I will eat one Oreo on every single podcast if you sponsor me.
But only then.
Yep, not otherwise.
If it sounds like we're trying to not talk about this book, it's because we are.
Yeah, there's a drug trip. There is an actual literal drug trip in this book between children, and I don't want to talk about it.
We read number 29, Trouble on Planet Earth by R.A. Montgomery. So my first impression right off of this book is we got 4 really good books, kind of back to back, varying from good to great. I think we were kind of due for a stinker.
Yeah, it's like that Tyra Banks meme where she's like, "We were rooting for you." That's how I feel right now because, like, man, we had like Prisoners of the Ant People. It's like, oh my God, I was on this high. I was on this absolute. R.A. Montgomery was like, yes, I love this. This is everything. And then I read this book, and I've never been
so disappointed.
I've never been so upset.
Just the highs and lows of the series, and just like the varying quality is something that
It's like when you're having a conversation with a kindly old man, and he's being really adorable, and then he says something racist. That's how it felt to me. It's like, oh, this is really sweet. Oh my God.
That's not. This book isn't racist.
No,
let's make sure. Oh well, yeah, I guess we'll get into that.
Is it because we have different copies? So we're reading different editions. I wonder if there's some changes.
No, there
Surprisingly.
isn't, and we'll get into that. So let's get into this book. With our first segment called Choose Your Own Summary. So, Abby, you are going to summarize this book in 60 seconds or less that you admitted off mic that you only read a couple branches of.
I mean, I read all of the Saudi Arabia branch. So
Right, so that's half of it. So you're going to summarize a book that you read half of in 60 seconds or less, but you get to choose how you want to summarize it.
Okay.
So option number 1 is, so this book is about 2 brothers.
Yeah, it is.
And they're kind of just mismatched, kind of
odd couple.
So you're going to do it in kind of a sitcom style.
Okay.
And I'll try to put like the underneath it. I'll try to put like the uh-oh and the woos underneath it.
And the chuckles, canned laughs.
Right. So sitcom style. Or option number 2, this book starts with a breaking news story. So you're going to do it in kind of reporter style.
Oh, I like both of those options. Knocked it out of the park this time.
Thank you.
Changed. Nothing was a maze this time.
I haven't done a maze in quite some time, Abby.
You didn't have no second option, and then we had to come up with an option.
That never happens.
That happens
ever.
all the time. Listeners.
I'm cutting that out so they'll never know.
You can't cut that out. Now they'll never know. Oh, my God. I'm being censored. I'm being censored by Peter. I'm gonna do it in the breaking news one.
Okay.
Okay. I'm still dying over you. Censoring the podcast.
I mean, I have to look good. I don't care what people think about you. It's
Oh God. Oh, okay. Okay, ready?
I'm clearly the star of the show. It's not you.
Okay. I'm ready. As I'm crying. Okay.
Okay, so 60 seconds starts now.
Who is stealing the Earth's oil? Find out now on tonight's news. Breaking news, everyone. My name is Chet Chetley. Someone is stealing all the Earth's oil, and there's only Nobody who can figure it out except for these two.
There's only nobody.
Nope. These two nobodies. It's two brothers. They are a boy and his brother Ned, who's apparently a psychic or something. But they're internationally known for being able to solve crimes and stuff like that.
30 seconds.
So they have to use Ned's psychic powers or this other kid's analytical powers to go either to Washington, D.C. and investigate or go to Saudi Arabia and maybe take drugs and figure out where all of the world's oil is going. Maybe it's being just used by us because we're terrible people, or maybe it's going out to aliens or something who are using it ethically, but not really. They're actually going to maybe burn people instead. This is a horrible, horrible book. Pretty good.
I suppose, but then you kind of got lost in your character because your character was the kid, but also a news reporter.
Yeah. It was hard to do. It was hard to do it as a third person outside the book.
So, let's get into this book.
The Trouble on Planet Earth.
So, like we were talking about before, this book starts with a news report. Exactly. Tonight we bring you a special report from our news team on the mounting crisis.
Oh, mine is different.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, mine is Chaos on Planet Earth. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, our special news team has interviewed world leaders. It's the same all over. Paris, Cairo, Moscow.
Oh, from there it's the same.
Yeah, okay.
So just the opening line is different.
I wonder what else is different. Every time we read different editions, it's so interesting to see the little...
Right. It's usually very minimal, but every once in a while there's a big change.
Yeah.
Basically, countries all over the earth are reporting that their oil is missing.
Like, they don't know who took it. It's just gone. So, like, out of the oil fields. Like, it's sucked out.
Right.
Like, it's not like it was in bins and the bins are gone. It's like, we went to go drill and all the stuff is out of the ground. We don't know what to do.
Right, but there's very little details from this news report, so it's I think it kind of plays into the book later because then Montgomery can kind of do whatever and say like, oh, it's this. No, it's actually this. Or so without actually a visual, you can kind of just make up whatever you want. But then it's also just confusing because then for your first real choice, it's kind of hard to decide what to do if you don't really know what's going on.
Exactly.
So anyway, oil is missing all over the world. And you turn from the evening news and jab your brother in the ribs. Hey, Ned, this is it. It's finally happening. There's no more oil. The earth has given up.
Which I love. It's like, I'm just done.
The earth is like, I can't even.
I cannot with you anymore. I don't have any more dinosaurs in me.
And so Ned says maybe the oil is being stolen. Maybe there's some international plot to drive up prices.
Do it in a Nedier voice. That's not how Ned would sound.
How would Ned sound?
Dork.
Maybe the oil is being stolen. Maybe there's some international plot to drive up prices.
So do you think that Ned is the nerdy one? Because I think that actually your character is the nerdy one. Oh, well, yeah, your pictures are definitely...
I mean, he has wire rim glasses. There are squiggly lines and starbursts around his head, and he has like huge freckles and buck teeth.
Right.
And he's wearing a shirt with a Saturn on it. Like
all cool kids.
He is he has a L7 weenie, as Squints on Sandlot would say.
But actually I would argue, I think we'll get into it later, but Ned is kind of the main character of this book.
Oh, yeah, he absolutely
and then you're
is.
just kind of the supporting character.
Yeah. He's like the Luke Skywalker, and I'm like me in that other Star Wars Choose Your Own Adventure book.
I'm just tagging along, basically. Ned thinks that it's that the oil is stolen and that there's an international plot to drive up prices.
Which is a legitimate thing that would happen. I totally believe that.
But Ned is famous for his crazy ideas, and you and he have gained an international reputation for solving problems no one else can tackle. And of course,
it's just ridiculous.
It always has to be this big grand thing.
It's like the spider with the fingers and the
the ghost spider.
Yeah, the ghost spider case.
So you're good at analyzing data and developing solutions, but Ned goes on instinct and ESP. So you're obviously more practical. He is a little bit more out there, but he gets results.
Yeah.
And together you're an excellent team. The trouble with Ned is you have to keep reminding him that it's a team. He's always out for his own glory.
Ooh.
Which kind of plays a little bit into the book. I wish that they kind of would have went into that a little bit more, that kind of like dynamic
Yeah, I know.
of like that kind of rivalry.
That sibling rivalry.
It doesn't really play into the book.
No. See, because like in the book, it ends up kind of being more like a Ghostbusters-y relationship, you know?
How so?
Well, he's like kind of like Ray, and you're more like
Egon?
Egon, you know?
So yeah, Ned thinks that the oil is stolen. And you say, stolen? Come on, Ned. Who could steal it? It's just been used up. There isn't enough oil anymore, at least not the way we're using it. And...
Preach.
But that's, I mean, in reality, that's what's happening. But it turns out that Ned is right. So right off the bat, your character, you're wrong and you're a dum-dum.
Yeah.
Which is a good place to start a book.
Right. And I mean, the great thing about it is that the way that you guys decide what you're going to do is you just open an atlas and Ned puts his hand on it and goes, ooh.
You even made the face.
So for sure. He's like, I think we should go to the Middle East, which if you're looking for oil, it's like, well, yeah, that's not that stupid.
Can you make the face again?
Ooh. That's going to be on Instagram.
So yeah, we'll do comparison. Next to the other one. And
Me
then,
and Ned.
Yeah, so
I
look
should
for that
put
on the
some
Instagram.
glasses on for that.
Yeah, you're fine.
But he looks at the atlas and he just kind of like points to it, kind of like, you know, like spinning a globe and then sticking your finger somewhere. And that's what he lands on.
This next paragraph is a little bit more about your background.
Oh, yeah.
So on your last investigation, you and Ned solved the strange phenomenon of the melting statues in the National Museum. Before that came the case of the missing airliner.
And then...
And before that, your most grisly case, the trunk murders in Arizona.
Which I want to know how they hauled you in on that case.
Yes. Hey, children.
Hey, guys. We saw some blood coming out of a bunch of cars. What are you doing, champ? What you up to? Want to come look at these bodies?
Right. That's
Bud?
very weird. Unless, I was thinking about this, unless it turns out it was an elephant the whole time.
Right? I was trying to think.
Just slammed down. Oh, it was the elephant the whole time with his trunk.
Arthur's suggestion, Arthur, my 10-year-old, was that it was actually swim trunks.
Oh, that's good too. I like that.
But either way, it's like a series of murders. It's a serial killer, and they're like, come on in, kids. We want you. You're going to be great at solving this one.
So at least you actually do have a reputation, and you allegedly did solve crimes and cases, as opposed to other ones where you find beer bottles.
And you're like, I'm a great investigator. I found this beer.
Or you're an aspiring detective, too.
I'm an aspiring psychic detective.
Right.
Okay.
Like in High Ridge.
With the spider ghost fingers.
Spider ghost.
So yeah, based on how good you are at solving these other cases, you're like, this one sounds big, but we can do it. Let's look at a map and use our psychic intuition to figure out where to go.
So then from there, it's Ned looks at the atlas. His index finger rests on the map of the Middle East. And then, from his psychic powers, he knows that you should go there. But again, like you said, just intuition.
Or
you would
just
know.
like knowing about where oil mostly comes from in the world. It's like literally they teach you that in civics class.
Then it goes, no, Ned, I say we start by going to Washington, D.C. and offering our help to the government, the CIA. And then Ned says, let's flip a coin, heads or tails. So, were you going to say something?
Yeah, this is where it really is annoying to me because if you choose heads, turn to page 5. If you choose tails, turn to page 4. It doesn't explain which option is which.
Right.
So it's already netting you. Use your intuition. Which one is which? So it's not like, oh, which option is my option and which option is Ned's.
So there is a choice, but kind of not really.
Does your option say?
Mine
which
is head
one
or tails.
Which?
No.
It just says head or tails. Okay.
Right. So there is a choice, but you don't really know what choice you're making.
No.
So right off the bat, I think that's kind of not the best setup. But also, I don't like the setup of, let's just go to these two big but random places. Because I feel this problem is just so big of us, everyone's oil is missing. And then it feels like, let's go to these kind of two random places to start. It's like, well, what do I do? Like, once I get there, I don't really understand.
Right.
This problem is so vast.
Yeah, it's not like let's go to Saudi Arabia and speak to the government there. It's just let's just go to Saudi Arabia.
Let's go.
I just want to go. I just want to go somewhere. Wanderlust.
Exactly. So I thought this was just too big to start off with, and then just that first choice was just that first offering of branches was just too vague.
And like, are you orphans? Where are your parents?
Well, yeah, the parent problem is huge in this one
trap
too.
in these books.
I think we're already getting into problems with this book or what we feel about this book, but I keep going back to Chimney Rock, where it's just there's a house. Do you want to go in through the front? Do you want to go in through the window? It's small scale, small choices to start off with. I think those are the best books, but I think this is too big, too fast.
Yeah, it would have been great if you were like, okay, we're going to go to Washington, and then they're going to give us options. Do you want to go to Saudi Arabia and investigate, or do you want to go to like the Arctic and figure something out? Like, it would have been cool to have like those kinds of things be the choices instead of being like, should we go and offer our help to someone who we could help, or should we just go to the desert and see what we can figure out?
So how about let's get to your first run through.
Gotcha. Okay, so I chose Tails.
Which is the net option.
You don't know that, know, when you go through it. So I chose Tails, and it's like, okay, Ned, you always win. And it's like, the first thing you say is, hey, Ned, what do you do with the automatic direction finders? And I'm like, do you mean a compass? Like, what's an automatic direction finder?
It's an app. It's
in
an
the
app on your phone.
80s and
I don't know.
There's just like automatic direction finder. Like, babe, that's not a thing.
He's like, it's in the top bureau. Go, hurry up. Let's get out of here.
So, all right. So we get on a plane. We have our automatic direction finder. It literally never comes up again, but we have our automatic direction finder. That was what stalled us from getting on the plane.
But you're not flying the plane. Like, why would you need that right off the bat?
Well, I don't know. Is it like a dowsing rod? Is it like it's like a pendulum or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was so in the weeds about this.
Yeah.
Automatic direction finder that I just like could not. So anyway, I was like, all right, we're here, we're in the oil capital. What do we do now? And right as we're like standing outside of our gate, this man comes up to us. He says in broken English, which I never really love to have written out on the page.
Oh, mine is different. Mine isn't broken. So
that's
just to reiterate, you're reading the original, I'm reading the re-release.
Yes. So mine has broken English, not fun. He says that he's a cab driver and he wants to take us to our hotel so that we can rest after our plane ride, and then he will bring us around on a tour of the city of this barren land. And I was like, wow. You know what? Sure. Like,
you went to the hotel?
Yeah, I went to the
hotel too.
So I went to the hotel. I took him up on his offer because I was like, you know what? I'm jet lagged.
Right. Because I always tried to do the lazy option, and we're doing the lazy options together.
I know. I wanted to reject the option, but I was reading this with my son, and he said, let's go to the hotel. And I was like, okay.
All right, fair enough.
So we go to the hotel. I said, fine, take us to the hotel. And we go to the hotel, and we take a nap. And while we're sleeping, Ned has a piece of paper slipped under his door with a bunch of gibberish on it that says, Zacchus, Zorcus, Harum Cur, Letum, Rodum, Mortifure. And when he looks at it, he's like, oh no, it's too late.
Right.
It's too late. Oh my God, it's too late. And
so he keeps mumbling that.
Yeah, and I'm like, what?
And you find out later, well, he's right.
Yeah.
That basically no matter what you do from now on in this branch,
yeah,
it's going to be the end and you're going to lose, more or less.
Yes. So this guy who picked you up happens to be the director of secret projects for Interpol. He's not a cabbie. So
It's Gaston Petty.
cool. So he's like, I am here to keep an eye on you. We know about you. Your movements are being watched because you are special people and your reputation as amateur detectives is very well respected. And I'm like,
Oh, you heard about my trunk murders.
you heard about me and my brother and how we solved all those trunk murders and the melting statues. Like, what were the statues made of is my other thing.
Cheese.
Cheese, butter, wax. Like, it was a wax museum. Wouldn't that be great if, like, the melting statues, it was just a wax museum? Like, turn the heat down.
Genius. You've done it again, Ned.
And so anyway, it's like in this one, it's just like, oh, God, it's just... Ned just keeps being like, I don't know, I can feel it. I can feel that something bad's going on. So, like, Patty's taking you out into the town and whatever. You're walking around all these people. This old guy tells you to come with him, and you go up with him into this area. Oh, my God. He takes you up into this big area. It's like this dark area. He's, like, making you go up with him. And he tells you that he has your brother and Monsieur Patty. And he's like, you have to come with me. And so if you go with him or not, I decided to go with him. And he takes you up to this tall, like up these tall stairs, up all these weird areas. And he has you sit down in front of these 3 older guys. And you get up there and they say, we don't mean you any harm, but stop looking for the oil. It's
Right.
only going to bring you trouble. You've got to give it up. And I'm like, what do you mean? You can't scare me. I'm not afraid of you. And they're like, but this is just a warning. If you don't stop looking for this, we're going to mess you up. We're going to mess up your brother too. And we're going to mess up that Monsieur Patty as well. Like, we're going to mess you all up. Give it up. So then it's like, okay, you have a piece of red crayon in your pocket, which is normal.
Oh, that's the secret direction finder.
Yeah, and so as you're, that must be the direction finder that's the crayon. So as you're leaving, you like leave a little trail of like crayon marks on the wall. So you get downstairs again outside, and all 3 men come downstairs, and you're like, ooh, should I follow them or should I go back up and search the room? And I was like, I'll follow those guys. It's like hard to follow them because they kind of blend into the crowd. And I'm like, okay, I need reinforcements to search that room. I need to bring more people. So I'm trying to go and look for Patty and Ned. And I find them and they're like, oh, it's too late. It was too late to find the oil or whatever. And then I try to tell Patty what happens and he gets really interested. And we are like talking about what happened, and he's like, oh yeah, we were duped, we were led astray. These guys like took Ned and they distracted him and whatever, and they're from the OWD.
Yes.
And
the OWD plays a lot more into the other branch.
Yeah.
The Washington
it's like
branch.
very much nothing in this branch.
Okay, yes.
And OWD means Organization for World Domination.
Yes.
And they're allegedly the ones who've stolen this oil or whatever. So, like, in this branch, it basically ends up with, like, you and Patty and Ned basically being like, the oil's already been stolen by this OWD. There's kind of nothing we can do. It's just, like, we got a good tip
Right.
about who has the oil, and now Interpol can, like, follow up on it. And Ned's just sleeping it off because he's sad.
He's a little tie-tie.
He's a sad little psychic. And that was it. It was so boring.
Yeah.
It was way more fun to not take the ride from the cabbie.
Right, because a lot more interesting things happen.
Because then you take drugs with your brother in Saudi Arabia.
Well, this whole branch, too, was just, it was very Ned's time to shine.
Yeah.
And it really made it seem like you are just the supporting character, and
Very much so.
you don't really get to make choices, and Ned really saves the day.
Oh, absolutely.
And if Ned is out of commission, then it's kind of game over, and you can't win the book.
Very much. Because, yeah, like, if you reject the cabbie's offer
Right.
in the beginning, you and Ned instead are like, okay, we're going to walk around. And you're like, Ned, hold on a second. I'm going to go get a newspaper. So you go in to get the English language Herald Tribune, and you walk back out, and Ned is like nowhere to be seen. And then you're like standing there, and an old man taps you on the shoulder, and he's like, your brother awaits you. Have no fear. Allah be praised. You follow this old man who points to where your brother is, and he's in a little shop.
Yes.
A tiny shop selling intricate geometric paintings called mandalas.
Oh, wait, let me get to that part. So the tiny shop sells intricate geometric paintings called mandalas. They're used by Muslims to stimulate mystic trances, which is not true.
Not true at all.
So I had to look it up. And again, this is from a basic Google search, that it's basically a Hindi and a Buddhist thing.
Yep.
There's different denominations, so not to be generalized, but it's not necessarily an Islam thing. So again, that's an inaccuracy in both versions of our book.
Yeah. And two, like when you're looking at these mandalas, that's not even how. I'll put a picture up on the internet, on the Instagram, but that's not a mandala. That's a circle. That's a circle inside a square.
Oh, well, that one,
Yep.
yes. Some of them are better than others, but it's basically just like a geometric.
2 circles inside 2 circles.
Some of them are very lazy in the book.
Very, very bad in the book. There's a couple that are better, but these ones are like, woof. You weren't even trying, babe. So,
So anyway, you find these mandalas.
And Ned is absorbed in looking at one of them, and he's like, you're like, come on, guy, let's go. And he's like,
No, these are really cool. I'll catch up later. Just go on without me.
So you can go to the hotel.
You can ditch him there
Yes,
while he's staring at paintings.
Or you can
hang
out
back
with him.
And I was like, I'm not going to ditch my brother in a foreign country.
But also, like, what a passive choice to be like, hey, do you want to watch someone stare at something?
Do you want to watch someone watch a thing?
Or you just want to walk back by yourself.
Right. So I was like, I'm not going to leave him. We're both kids. Something could happen to both of us.
Exactly.
While we are separate from each other. So, yeah, no, I waited for him. And when you wait for him, oh, Lord. So you're waiting for him, and you, too, are staring at these paintings. And after a while, the patterns are swirling and blurring, and you start to get dizzy. And Ned turns to you, and he has this little box with jewels on it. And he's like,
Look at this. I found it under that pile of prayer rugs. I don't know why, but I know it's magical.
And inside the box is a spicy smelling salve, and it's drugs. It is straight up drugs.
I mean, it doesn't specifically say that,
it's drugs,
but
it's like.
So Ned says, take some, rub it on the back of your hand.
And his eyes are gleaming in a strange way.
So it seems a little bit like the spice from Dune.
Yeah, it is Dune spices. It is no good. So he's got a big old dollop, and he's like squirming it on his hands and wrists. And then he steps into the mandala.
Yes. So as you watch, Ned rubs a large dollop of salve on his wrists and steps into the mandala. And all that remains of him is a mocking laugh.
And so it's like, do you want to follow him or do you want to get out of there? Both options are great, to be honest. Both options lead to some fantastic solutions.
So let's go into the painting.
Okay, so if you follow Ned into the painting, which is beautiful, you rub the salve onto your hand, you step into the mandala, it's like going into a doorway. You end up in this weird, like, 90s looking McDonald's like wallpaper, and your brother is all full of electricity around him or whatever, and he's like,
Oh, hey, I got it all fixed. Let's get out of here.
and you're like, what?
So it's basically like a big screensaver that you're in now.
Yeah. You're like in that bopping
shapes.
around DVD screensaver.
Yeah, with all these geometric shapes.
And you guys are both like high out of your minds.
And he's like, let's get out. Follow me.
And yeah, he's like, oh, I know where I fixed it. I know where the oil is. Which again, it makes him the hero, basically.
Right. And you did literally nothing. You walked into a painting.
You did drugs and walked into a painting.
You did drugs and walked into a painting. So he's like, follow me. And he's like, you're like.
So you can choose to follow him, again, which is, again, very passive on your choice. You can choose to follow him, or you can just stay there in the painting. If you stay there in the painting, you're just kind of chill. You just chill in the painting basically forever. But it's not a bad ending.
That's my
it's
favorite death. It really is. It's the best.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, if you follow him out, it's like, okay, you follow him, you guys leave the painting, whoosh, you like go out through a dot and you're like outside of the painting. And then he's like, all right, I got it. He buys this painting from the shopkeeper. You guys take a taxi out into the middle of the desert and go onto the sand. And then Ned starts chanting an indigenous rain dance chant. Of course, it doesn't say indigenous.
Great.
Yeah, I love it. But Ned is praying for oil, not rain. And all of a sudden, the mandala begins to move and bursts into a glittering splash of gold. From its center streams a flood of black liquid into the ground. So you're polluting.
So, but it's basically like a big like Looney Tunes hole, basically.
Yeah.
It becomes, and like all the oil comes back, basically.
Yeah. So he created a oil mandala.
Right. So in my copy, they don't have the rain dance. I was kind of shocked that you said that.
Oh, that's good.
Which is nice. That's definitely an improvement.
That's a nice change. Thanks. But yeah, it's like
Earth was using up all its oil, so I just used the mandala to get back to a time before the oil started to run out.
Yes.
Then I brought it back to the present. You might call it a time pipeline.
Or a time paradox. Like, we've all seen Butterfly Effect.
yeah, man.
This is what Ashton Kutcher was warning us about.
Exactly. So anyway, that's the end of that branch. But if instead of following Ned into the painting, you try to get out of the store, you rush out of the entrance and you dart to the rear of the shop. There's a big screen, and behind the screen is an old man, and next to him is a big machine with electric gadgets, and next to that machine is Ned, who's tied to a chair and gagged.
Yes.
So,
but how did that happen?
How did that happen?
Because you just saw him.
Exactly. Like, were you so drugged and like somebody was next to you and it wasn't him, but like they were playing with your mind?
It's very
I know,
odd.
like the
continuity.
Exactly. There's continuity errors in it. But anyway, you end up next to this fat Jabba the Hutt in a suit looking guy. And he's holding a short glass rod connected to a mysterious machine.
Yes.
Ned is like strapped down in this electric chair looking thing, screaming his head off. There's a guy in a suit. Yeah, like 3 dudes wearing bright green, skin-tight suits and clear plastic helmets emerge
Which is a look.
from a hatchway.
That's a look.
That is a look. And they glide along as if on skates. And they want the Earth's energy. It turns out they are from the planet Zermacroid. That's what's going on. The aliens took our oil.
And so, yeah, they use laser straws to suck up all the oil. And that's how it's disappearing.
Yeah.
And there's something with the tubes. Like, the tubes are kind of like a cattle prod.
Yeah.
But it's also somehow, like, linked to the alien life force. Because if you break one...
Yes. So you can either like try to grab the glass rod and like save your brother or whatever. If you break it, you kill all of them.
Yeah, you kill the aliens.
Kill the aliens.
Which seems convenient, but okay.
Yeah, which is crazy. But it's that's also funny. The guy falls on you. But if you try to if you decide I'm going to go along with them and try to save my brother or whatever, they're like, okay, we'll let your brother go. If you just come along with us. So they stick you in a space plane and space plane in a rocket ship.
No, space plane. No, you're right.
They put you in a rocket ship and then you're in this rocket ship and on this subway station in rocket ship subway station. In the rocket ship subway station, there are signs for all sorts of different planets. Zermacroid, Ophos, Atlantis. Where do you want to go, baby? You can go anywhere. But they're making you go to Zermacroid. And when you get there, they put you in front of an intergalactic space court.
Yes. And you have basically an hour or less to kind of plead your case about why Earth should keep their oil.
Yes. why should the Earth keep its oil? And they're like asking you all sorts of questions, like how much oil does Earth use in a day?
Right.
For what's the purpose? What's done about the air? What's done about the land? Is the oil shared equally?
Right. And you try your best, but there's no choice to make. Like there's no way you can like plead your case well. So it's an auto fail.
Yeah, you just automatically bomb. You bomb the test. Earth gets all of its oil taken away. and
But you get to stay on the
redistributed.
planet.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you can just kind of chill here.
Yeah. They're like, you can stay here if you want.
But they'll give the oil back once Earth has learned their lesson.
Which you know they won't.
Right, exactly. But it seemed very mom-like, where
Yeah.
like, I'll take this away, and then once you can handle it again, I'll give it back.
Yeah, we got grounded by the intergalactic court.
So I think that was most of the Saudi
That's
Arabia.
mostly Saudi Arabia. What
branch.
happens in the Washington, D.C. one?
So yeah, the Washington, D.C. one, it's mostly about this terrorist organization.
Yeah,
so
the OWD.
you go to your CIA contact, and it's Miss Thornberry. So she says, the way I see it, there are two possible solutions. We've heard rumors hinting at a master plan for world domination that is based on energy control. The group supposedly behind it is called OWD, which is the Organization for World Domination. Of course, they use that name amongst themselves, not publicly. We suspect a front group called Organization for World Prosperity is their public face. So I love that they have a little nickname for themselves.
I know you would think that they would have picked like a better sounding, like world facing one, you know, like World Justice Front, you know, or something cute like Puppy Defense League.
Exactly.
I mean, everybody likes puppies.
But then she continues, but frankly, at this point, we have no idea who's behind it, or if anyone, or what's causing it. So again, then you get to make these two choices. There's this scientist that maybe has an idea about why the oil's disappearing. So you can either investigate the OWD, or you can investigate the scientist. But again, if the lady doesn't have any information, like how am I supposed to like investigate
Right.
or decide what choice to
Use
to investigate?
Ned. Use Ned. He's the secret weapon. Use his intuition.
So then, yeah, if you go to the scientist, you have to go to this island. The island's kind of fun. But while you're prepping to go onto this island, something kind of interesting happens. Your kind of hatred for Ned kind of surfaces, and it's really kind of funny.
I do hate Ned.
So yeah, Ned says something kind of snarky, and you say, you've had to put up with Ned the genius all your life. It's always been the same. Boy wizard solves mystery. You are mentioned in the articles as the translator, but he gets the credit. Because sometimes, like, Ned will, like, speak in, like, kind of gibberish, kind of, and then, like, you have to, like, decipher what it means.
Oh, my God. I hate Ned. He is such a diva.
And what's more, he's only a year older than you. That really hurts. Even worse is the real truth, that you actually solve most of the mysteries. But I don't think, based on this mystery, I don't think that's true.
You know what? You and I are both younger siblings, so I feel like we really relate to this main character.
I guess so. So yeah, Ned gets good leads, but it's left up to you to figure things out. Just once you'd like to show him up, you deserve to be the hero. And you never are. It's almost always Ned. And then when the few times you do save the day, Ned's never like, hey, good job there, bud. There's never this whole sibling rivalry. Could have been interesting, but it never really pays off.
I have a feeling that Ned is going to go solo, you know? And then it's going to break up the band.
So basically what the OWD is doing, so there's this one branch where, like I said, you go on to this island to try and find this nuclear scientist who thinks he knows what's going on. And the volcano is about to erupt because there's too much plutonium in the Earth's, like, ground. This group, they call themselves the International Energy Corporation. They're building a nuclear power plant here to provide energy for their worldwide enterprises. They're covered for OWD. And how did they get the energy off the island? They say they're going to beam it up as microwave radiation to satellites of theirs. They send it down to receivers planted where they need it.
That's literally not a thing.
It's just Bond.
That's not science.
It's Bond nonsense. So the CIA believes that this group is really trying to produce plutonium and create its own nuclear bomb. So that's how they plan to take over the world. Is they're creating all this plutonium.
But why do they need the oil then?
So they want to hold the world ransom. It's not surprising, really.
Okay.
They just didn't count on a meltdown. So basically, they made too much plutonium, and it's like seeping into like the earth, from what I gathered. This branch was very confusing if you're not gathering that. But then you ask, what about the oil?
I thought you were going to say, if you're not a scientist. And then I was like...
So, yeah, you asked the same question. What about the oil? Who took it? Where did it go? And Miss Thornberry looks pensive for a minute and then simply says, used up, I guess. Odd how it happened like this all at once. We've been warned for years, but we never listened. So basically what I gathered was like the oil disappeared because it was replaced by plutonium because this group was creating too much plutonium to make bombs so they could hold the world ransom.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly, but couldn't you just have said like, hey, we know how to get rid of the world's oil.
Or was like the oil being gone just like a funny coincidence?
I don't know.
It just kind of happened at the same time. I don't know.
Exactly. So...
That's so stupid.
So it was a very weird branch. I
feel like that branch was like trying really hard to be smart from what it
like we've tried to say in so many ways that Montgomery kind of liked to keep the branches open and do a bunch of different plots with the same premise. Mm-hmm. And they very rarely kind of meet up or are worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah, it sometimes, like in Prisoner of the Ant People, it was so successful to have anything be possible.
Yes.
Like, that was amazing. Mm-hmm. In this one, to have anything be possible, it was like, oh.
Well, I think in a way it kind of makes it more interesting because then you can do multiple reads because it's something different every single time because either it's aliens or it's this group that makes no sense.
Or it's a painting.
Or it's a painting. So there's pros and cons to both approaches, but just through an adult's lens, I feel like you kind of want a little bit of continuity.
Yeah. Continuity helps keep some kind of structure.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're not going to have continuity, if you're going to just allow anything to happen, then I guess it has to be at least like interesting and exciting and like really wild and wacky.
I agree.
Like this wasn't wild and wacky enough. I like the way for the anything can happen kind of thing to really work is for it to be like this is a sci-fi world or a completely like made up fantasy kind of story.
And
it's
this was
hard for it to be like a true setting because then there's a lot of potential for cultural missteps
yes,
and things like
mysticism,
that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And mysticism, which we always are like, ugh.
Exactly. Well, that was Trouble on Planet Earth. I don't know how well we covered this one, but
I think we did okay. We're troubled on planet Earth.
I think we definitely covered the better branches.
Yeah.
But again, this OWD thing, I don't think we covered the best. But I don't know if it necessarily merits more depth now that you say it.
No, it's kind of boring.
Because, the more interesting thing is aliens in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. And that wasn't even very flushed out,
I agree.
To be honest. There was so much about, like, getting you to the solution of, like, the aliens or getting you to the solution of the mandala making the oil or getting you to the solution of the plutonium or whatever, that it was like once you got there, then the story just ended instead of it being, like, a really quick journey to get you there, and then you got to explore in that place.
Right.
And I think that's when it's more fun.
I agree. How about let's get to letters? Because we got a really nice letter from...
We did.
From a friend, from a fan.
It made us cry. From a
do you wanna?
From a friend.
From a friend.
A
fan friend. So do you want to read it or part of it? Because it's a little long.
We got a really lovely and sweet letter from a listener named Carrie, and it was really, really lovely, and it's quite long. And we appreciate the length of it, being readers and librarians. We're long talkers. We don't need brevity. But anyway, In comes a podcast reminding me of my 10-year-old self, carefree and curious about what adventure these books would take me on. Then I'm laughing about how Peter squished a kid in the library's revolving door.
Yes!
That was true. That happened. About how he takes the path of least resistance all the time. About how he could be a Sith Lord if he could. It's true. Abby, whose smile I can hear in her voice, is doing a summary in a Shirley Temple voice, or going through the books all guns blazing. I do that. Or talking about her children with love in her voice. Oh, I do. It's all of it. It's Abby, too. Hi, Abby, too. Does Abby, too, listen?
Oh, no.
Oh, come on. It's tattoos. It's the cave of time and space. It's making fun of each other, the camaraderie, and it's making up songs on the spot. Honestly, it's a balm on my soul, and it's due to who you guys are. You have taken my lovely memories of these books and enhanced the experience with your personalities. You are a bright spot for me, and you radiate joy. Oh, I want to say with complete and utter sincerity, thank you. Thank you so very much. I adore you both and wish you all the best.
Thank you. That was just such a nice email to get.
It was. I cried when I read it. I'm not exaggerating.
You were a little choked up just reading it, too.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's so great that people just get something out of this, because...
I know. It's nice to know that we're reading these goofy, silly books and thinking about them and talking about them and not just like giggling into the void. It's more like cackling into the void.
Right.
Because I don't giggle, I cackle.
But again, even if it's into the void, like we were talking about in the beginning, like even if it wasn't into the void, that's okay. It's just for... whatever.
We're doing it for fun.
But yeah, I'm glad that someone's getting something out of it, and that makes us happy.
I know that's like the best feeling, to feel like that people are connecting with something that we're putting out, and so we really appreciate hearing from people. So that's awesome. If you want to write in an email to us or a message to us on Instagram, we would highly recommend that you do so.
Yeah, definitely. So email us, follow us on Instagram, because that's a good way to contact us. Or just, you can also see some of the pictures that we reference.
Lots of pictures.
Because some of these books are harder to get to than others. If you can rate and review on Apple Podcasts, that really helps the show grow a little bit. If you don't have an Apple device, that's okay. iPads work too. Slap an iPad out of a kid's hand and just write a quick review. That works.
Or, rate us on Spotify. You
Spotify
can rate
works
us
too.
On really any platform that you listen to on, as long as it lets you do it.
Right. Reach out if you can. Help out if you can. Otherwise, we have some merch. We have a Redbubble store. You can buy a shirt if you want to. And we also set up a YouTube page with all of our old videos on them. Have you been watching them or no? I've been too embarrassed to watch them.
Oh my God. My kids watched them.
Okay.
And, they told me they hold up, so that's
good. So just we started this series kind of as a YouTube series, but it was just a little bit too hard because the video is...
The editing is just difficult.
Right.
It's a lot. And it's also like, man, we're recording these. I'm like in my gym jams.
Exactly. Because we dressed up for those videos, if you watch.
I mean, we had to, because it's like, you're going to see me. I got to look nice.
You're right.
Right now, no one's looking at me. I mean, there's a glass door on this studio, but like, oh, it's just Peter and me, so.
Oh, no one cares what Peter thinks.
I don't care. I'm not dressing up for Peter.
So yeah, just reach out if you can. Support the show however you can, too. Or just tell a friend. Tell a friend, too.
Yeah. If every one of you, this is like my pyramid scheme. If every one of you
This is going to be played back in court later, so.
tells 3 friends, then they tell 3 friends. Then we got a soup going, baby.
You got yourself a stew.
Yeah.
All right, so thanks for choosing us today, everybody. Our next book is going to be The Curse of Batterslea Hall. I thought it was...
I learned too much history in that book.
It was... Yeah, we'll get into it, but it was interesting. So, my name is Peter. I'm a librarian.
My name's Abby. I'm also a librarian.
This has been Choose Your Own Book Club. We'll see you next time.